Hi. When I'm practicing, in addition to using toothpicks like this in the corners of my mouth to make those corners work more, I'm also gone back now to using this late at night. This is something to do after one's finished practicing. It's from Larry Malagurino. And you just hold the pressure. It makes these muscles work really hard. And one of the other exercises using it is also making all of your facial muscles around here work really, really hard. During my playing time, one of the things I discovered early in my career was that if these muscles got tired when I was playing, the recovery time was really short. If I blew out the middle of my mouth, it wasn't a good situation, and it took much longer for my chops to recover. So I'm very much into doing everything I can to get these muscles here doing as much of the work as possible and keeping the middle here as free and work free as possible, which is why I do the breathing exercises, because the air coming through relies on my ability to compress the air inside of my body, in the lungs, etc. So the velocity of the air for me is the thing that's really deciding about all registers. So whatever pitch you're playing, you need a certain velocity of air coming through to create the vibration with the lips and create that pitch. And it's different for every single pitch, and it varies just a little bit also depending on whether you're coming from the bottom or you're coming from the top to a particular note, and also the volume that you're trying to produce as well. So this whole apparatus here has to be moving all the time, and really like this, really quick changes for me to get the first of all, the accuracy that I want, but also to get the expression that I want. So the other part of all of this, making this work, keeping this relaxed, is also every time I can relaxing the stomach muscles, everything around here, keeping it down, the lowest amount of tension absolutely necessary to play, because it has a huge effect on the amount of resonance you can produce, which again has a huge effect on your presence in the hall when you're playing. So the more resonance, the better your presence is in the hall. And one of the things I discovered was when I got onto this resonance thing, especially after having done the Britten Serenade once with Anthony Rolfe Johnson, and where he explained to me how when he sang, he didn't think of projecting the sound, or he didn't think of projecting into the room or anything like that. He was taught to think of, when he finally let the sound go, to let it come out of this main chakra here and keep it in the body as long as possible. And one of my other crazy things that came up to me after 2 weeks of thinking about that was, how can I apply that to horn playing? And so the thing I thought about was using the horn as a sort of a, like an earpiece that Beethoven used to use, so for collecting the sound from outside and having that sound come back into my body. So rather than playing out, I was collecting sound, let it come into my body and fill me up. It's quite interesting to try that. So rather than projecting, think of collecting the sound, using the horn as a kind of a vacuum cleaner, but a sound vacuum cleaner, and suck the sound up into your body. See what happens. You might be surprised.